Hey, good evening, everybody. John here over at Havokmkr Studio. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day. I know I am. It's a wonderful Monday, and as wonderful as Mondays can be, which I don't think I've really ever understood too much why people get kind of bent out of shape over Mondays. Like, oh my god, it's Monday. To me, it's like, hey, what's going on, Texas Wargamer? It's like, and a Monday's just like, it's another day that I'm alive and I get to do stuff like this. And I don't know. And another day I get to go to work, and make paychecks so I can go do the things I want. So why people get a little crazy about Mondays, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's me. I'm weird. So we're doing a lot of weird stuff today. Speaking of weird, I'm finishing up a Zombicide, the Black Plague project. I only have really two miniatures to finish up. The one right here in front of you, Mr. Grin himself. He's one of the characters from the Night Pack, and I'm not sure what this other creature is, but it's a big scary thing. Oh yeah, I guess that could be a thing. Texas Wargamer, yeah, but I'm at work and I could be painting instead. Okay, so maybe that's a bad thing. But at some point in time, you'll be home and you can paint. Still, we can't blame Monday. It's, I don't know. Especially nowadays, where people work all sorts of weird hours and different shifts and different schedules. It's not like back the nuclear family age where, everybody had their 9 to 5 job, that sort of thing. Now it's just, constantly working all the time. So having a case of the Mondays, not really I don't think it's a thing anymore. And, to be honest, my personal opinion is that we should probably just consider, stop thinking of it as a bad day and start thinking of it as a good day. Start thinking of it as another day to go do the things that we want to do. Because, your Monday, it's another case of the Mondays, or, oh, it's just Monday. That doesn't apply to everybody anymore. Hey, what's going on, Nam? Some people, their work week starts on Tuesday, so it's like, oh, it's Tuesday. So I don't know. I think we need to revisit that thought process. So just adding a little, just to get you caught up. This is Grin from the Night Pack for Zombicide. I think he's a part of the Kickstarter exclusive, maybe. Really didn't ask too many questions of the customer, but we're finishing him up. I know the lighting isn't doing too well for his skin, but his skin came out looking kind of creepy, so I was very happy with that. I don't know if he's a good guy character or a bad guy character. I'll put him up here I'll put his card up here on screen. Maybe we can figure it out together. He might be just a bad guy. Anyways, I'm taking a little bit of gray sear over and just picking out some of the details on the black and on the fur around him. Just make it pop a little bit more. But I'm trying to leave the browns alone as much as possible. Let me try something here. Nope. That's not doing anything. Okay. Let's see here. Let's take a look at Grin. Let's see. Is he a bad guy or is he a good guy? Or is he just a guy? Well, that's weird. Why is my... Oh, that's creepy. Let's get rid of that. Yikes. And... Grin. Okay. He's a fiend among fiends, a terrifying legend even within necromantic circles. So probably not a good guy. He was experimenting with ways to make smarter zombies, which involved them keeping part of their soul, but a critical ritual was disrupted by a group of survivors, and Grin himself is now part zombie. Ooh, and he loves it. Oh, so I got the pallid flesh. Perfect. Okay, cool. Well, he is definitely a bad guy. All right, so no, I have not seen Dinosaurs versus Army Men Kickstarter. You know what, guys and gals? Before we get back to painting, we're gonna look at dinosaur. Sorry, I have to use one hand to type that. Dinosaur versus Army. Let's see what this is. Because if it's a cool looking Kickstarter, I might back it. I'm hoping it's this one, Dinosaur 1944. Because I saw Sandy Peterson. Oh yeah, I think this is it. Dinosaur 1944. Ooh, that kind of looks cool. Okay, gotcha. That looks kind of interesting. Cool dinosaurs. Okay, so this is where those. I've been seeing these dinosaur images pop up on Facebook recently. So very cool, very well done. A lot of characters. What is that? About 12 characters. Yeah, 12 characters. 6, 12, 21, 22, 23, 25, 27 dinosaurs and 12 characters to start with. And then you can expand. Okay. Oh, and they got vehicles. Oh, look at those. Those are pretty. Oh, man. Look at those. I don't want to know how to play. I just want the miniatures. We're going to get to painting in a second, but this was an excellent distraction. Thank you very much. Yeah, I know Sandy's games. Sandy Peterson has designed a lot of fantastic games. So, I mean, I've got nothing bad to say about his product. Wow. Those look pretty snazzy, man. Those look snazzy. Crap. Wow. Those are not too bad. How much is the first level? $79. You get the game and Secret Marine Heroes. Secret Marine Heroes. I'm wondering if that's who these guys are right here. Unless it's a secret and we we don't know what the Secret Marine Heroes are. Yeah, I think that does look kind of like a fun game. And I'll tell you, those models look absolutely gorgeous. I mean, I'm a big fan of character models. And those are, thank you. We're going to put that off to the side because I might have to check that out a little later. Anyways, so getting on with, back to Zombie Side here and the Black Plague, we're going to finish up with, we're almost finished with Grin, and his grin that he's got going on there. Let me clean off my brush, and actually, yeah, not a lot done. I've been trying to crank out as many of these guys as possible because all but one set of the Zombie Side are due tomorrow. Due tomorrow. I said I would deliver tomorrow, so yeah, it's due tomorrow. So I want to get these guys done and off the table, and then I can finish that last box of Zombie Side, which is about 50. Oh no, less than 50 miles. Excuse me. I finished up almost all the zombies, I should say. So really, it's left is a couple of the bigger monster. I think there's like a undead pope or undead popes I've got to do, and a couple others, but that's it. I'm dry brushing right now. That's the technique I'm doing on the bone. I'm just using some bleach bone, or not bleach bone. They don't do that anymore. What's that called? I'll get the name here in just a moment. Ushbati bone, however you pronounce it. Just applying it on his little skulls. Yeah, there we go. He's pretty much done, but I feel I don't want to mess with his mouth. I can see his teeth clearly, but I would love to go in there, but I don't feel comfortable doing it on camera right now. We'll see how I feel. I might get a little a little froggy here in a little bit. I want to get my stride going here for the painting, and kind of do some warm ups. And this guy, as part of that warm up, he's pretty much done. I got hit all the P's and Q's that needed to be done to make him look fancy pants. So, what about a watered down known oil over the teeth? I thought about that as well, but I feel like his name is Grin, and I feel like I want his teeth to be like pearly white. I think that would be really creepy. The guy's got this pallid flesh, to do his flesh, I mixed in a little bit of white, and I know it's a little hard to see here. You can't really see some of the undertones. Maybe they're on his hand, but it's white mixed in with Cadian flesh tone, about a 1-to-1 mix, or about almost 2-to-1 mix of white and Cadian flesh tone, and then I just did a dry brush of white over it to kind of give it kind of an eerie look. Not quite undead, but kind of close, kind of like a cadaver. So, all right, let me get him out of the way. We're going to keep doing our warm-up, my warm-up. You're not going to do a warm-up unless you're painting alongside me, and then, yeah, he is a necromancer. Yeah. That's what I gathered from that little bit they were describing in that little bit. I'm waiting for another model. I'm not sure what this monster is in that set. I've got some stuff that's drying. I'm going to let it finish drying first before we tackle him or get to the next stage. I've done pretty much one half of him, and with getting all the highlights on one half, and then with you guys here in a little bit, we'll finish up the other half of him, and that way you guys can see what techniques I'm doing to kind of lighten him up. Yeah, I don't know. Is he a Wendigo? Is he a werewolf, like a mutated werewolf? I'm not sure, man. I'm having a hard time figuring out, and I didn't. You know what I could do? Use my brain that I apparently have, and I could just click on the zombie side thing and see what it says. The creature is called. Yeah, I know, but to me it looks like more of a. He's an Abomina Alpha, an Abomina, or an Abom Alpha. And instead of abomination, it's ABOM. You know what? I'll just put it in chat. That'll be a lot easier. I don't know, man. I just work here. I don't make the names. I don't make the rules. All right. So, warming up. Going to work on a couple things here. This is a lieutenant. I put him up on the Facebook page and Instagram today. Down in the description, or not in the description below, but down. You should be able to see links for there we go. You should be able to see the links for my social medias and Facebook and whatnot. So you can go there, take a look at it. If you want to leave a comment, fantastic. But this is what I posted today. Going to be a Primaris Lieutenant. I don't have a Primaris Lieutenant, so, and fitting, I have this Primaris Lieutenant Amalis or whatever. So I did some tweaking. I cut off his arms and put on 2 different arms. He is a little shiny, but he's gonna get shinier. We're gonna make him shiny. So let's do this. It looks like he's got this Aurora Starburst type thing on his knee pad. and he's got, I forget what that symbol is called, but basically he's got some awards for, much to be expected. He is a lieutenant. So we're going to give him some fancier weapons. We're going to make his weapons, his spear, a little bit fancier than, say, the average of these iron snake spears that I've been doing. So we're going to use just a little bit of the steel, or the Grey Knight steel. Even more shiny. Is he Captain Tomat? No. No. So I do like to use this Grey Knight steel because it's tends to look very well when you want a fancier looking weapon. Goes on relatively nice, but right now it doesn't. Looks like it's leaving streaks, so I'm going to keep an eye on that when I come back through. And I feel like his pistol, even though it looks like it is a standard pistol, this pistol I in the arm I pilfered off of a oh goodness, it's out of the regular kit for intercessors. So I just popped it, swapped it out. I liked it a lot better. As you guys have come to know or will come to know, I like to personalize my models like that. I mean, it's not even really, I mean, it's a very minor conversion, but I think when you put your own twist on things, your own take on things, or swap parts out like that, it really helps put your own personal touches on it besides just slapping some paint on there, which is fine if that's all you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. I just happen to like putting little personal touches. So let's see here. Yeah, that's actually normal for paints, for it to separate like that. Something that I've started to do, especially with metallics. You'll see that with gold. I'm trying to think of what type of gold. Gehenna gold and Auric armor gold. Basically, a lot of metallic, a lot of paints in general. The water and everything will separate in there. So, yeah, shaking them up. I'll clip off little bits of sprues and put it in there to act as an agitator that helps keep it well mixed. But yeah, that happens. Unfortunately, it's a thing that we have to deal with. First world troubles and all. All right. I'm doing something slightly out of character right now, because I already grabbed the gold and I started painting, or I got it on my palette, so now I've got to use it. I didn't want to start doing the gold just yet, but here we are. Well, now I don't want to waste it, so got to use it. I don't have to use it. I could just waste it. There we go. I'm trying to find a good camera position. I've renamed the goal, by the way. See, we're at 22 followers for 27 days. If we got 27 days to go. Oh, I set that a little too far out. But if I can hit 50, the faster we hit 50 followers here on Twitch, the faster I do a giveaway. So if you have friends and family that have Twitch, get them to join, man. See here. What are you saying? I was thinking about getting some glass beads. Yeah, glass beads I think are a little bit better. Like I said, just on the cheap, it was easier for me just to grab some, what do you call it, plastic sprue until I learned that it's better to use the the glass beads. Um, should Runefang steel? No, Runefang steel should not be see-through. That is definitely a separate. You have a separation issue right there with the paint and the water. It should not be see-through. At least mine isn't, which could mean that mine is the wrong one, but I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to be see-through. You might have just a bad bottle, man. Sorry. I'd try putting the agitator in there. See how that works. See if that kind of clears it up. That could be the big issue. That's weird. Well, and as you're saying that, even though I've shook mine up really well right now, mine's not behaving quite the same way right now too. Gee, I don't know if you just jinxed me, man, but getting some weird streaking going on with mine. I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you. Just teasing. Just teasing. But mine is behaving a little wonky right now. It's weird. I'm getting some paint streaks. And for me, that's going to be, I mean, I don't mind too much because when I come back over this, as I've come to learn, when I come back over this with, what's that called? The Stormhost Silver, which is a much brighter, it ends up filling in those gaps. And so I'm not going to be too overly worried about it, but it's still a little concerning that mine is behaving like that. Maybe I had too much water on my brush. I'm not sure. I thought it was dry. So I'm not sure what's going on. But like I said, it's a little disconcerting. Not liking that. Don't like it when my paints stop behaving how they're supposed to be. It's not a good sign. I don't know if it's a temperature thing. Maybe it's too cold in here. I doubt it would be a temperature thing. If it was a temperature thing, then it would have to be like super hot in here or sub-zero for really to be an issue. So I'm not sure. But I'll tell you what I'll do. I mean, you work on getting the agitator or getting some sort of agitator in there, and I will do a little background research, see if there's so on the next show I'll see if I can find anything that might allude to why that is. I mean, I shake mine pretty vigorously and I've been using the heck out of this too, so I mean, even looking at the mixture, I don't know what's going on with this right now. And I don't know. Only thing I can think of right now, at least for on my end, not your end, but I think right now while I'm painting this, I think maybe I just had a little too much water on my brush. Maybe I didn't dry it off completely. Because I know it's well mixed. Oops, sorry about that. if you're just tuning in, just putting some, getting my first layer of Runefang steel down on this lieutenant. And once that Runefang steel dries, I'm going to come back in with some Dragonhof Nightshade down in those recesses and get some blue down in there before I come back over the Runefang steel with what's that called? Stormhost Silver. Just doing some spot, just trying to get the rest of this off of here. Oh, totally forgot to get his backside. This right here, this lieutenant, and actually all the Iron Snakes, is just a personal project. I'm still working on, not sure what the next project will be or what the first, what do you call it? The first charity project is going to be. It's I'll probably put it up to a vote on Facebook, on my Facebook page for Havokmkr Studio. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, that'll be good. Yeah, I'll tell you what, those Necrons look pretty impressive, man. I've thought about them. But every time I've tried to start anything but Space Marines, I end up just tossing in a towel because I don't like them. So, but I will probably be painting Necrons for at least one demo set here in Texas or in Houston, probably for Atomic Hobby Shop. So once I mean that'll be fun, and I'm going to do my best right now that I will be streaming that to both Havokmkr Studio and FMP Wargamers, which I'm on both channels, but I want to be able to stream for both, and we'll do it there at our FMP Studios at the Atomic Hobby Shop. That'll be fun. And I know we would like to do an unboxing there if that happens. I'm still working on trying to get a personal unboxing. Or get my own copy to do an unboxing before other people do an unboxing. If that makes sense. But very, very unlikely. But, you know, what's the worst they'll say to me? No. I mean, that's the worst that they can say. I guess the worst they could say is that, hey, we ban you from ever buying Games Workshop product again. And if you do, you'll be sued and arrested and stuff, which would really suck. That would really, really suck. I'd be upset. I'd fight that. Passion, with a lot of passion. Just added Black Templar down into those soft spots behind the knees, the flex joints on the torso, and right there in the armpits and in the whatever that pit is, where between, or you know, your flex joint of your arm. I'm not sure what that's called, but the elbow joint. I don't know, man. I just work here. Charity project, yeah. I'm going to be working on a... Thanks for bringing me back to my senses. I am going to work on a charity army as I need to hit some certain goals. So, I need to get 50 followers here on this channel, and I need to get up to 100 over on YouTube. That link is somewhere down below here. And once I get those goals, then I'm going to do a charity army. So it'll be a full 9th edition charity or 9th edition Warhammer 40,000 army. Not sure which one it'll be. And what will happen is we will do, everybody will watch the live stream. We'll have like a couple live streams that you have to watch. And if you watch and you donate during one of those live streams, you'll get it'll be a $5. You'll get a $5 and you donate $5 to the charity via Havokmkr Studio, you get an entry. And there'll be other ways to get some free entries, bonus entries by watching those episodes. And if you do, then besides getting the bonus entries, I've got a couple in mind. But anyway, well, before I get there, so that charity army, whoever gets the winning drawing will get that full army. If you're here in the U.S., continental U.S. or North America, I'd probably go ahead and cover the cost for shipping. But if they're international, I'm sorry, you might have to pay. We might have to meet halfway on shipping, because shipping is a little expensive. But I've got a couple charities. There's a couple veteran charities that I want to do, and one, the Montrose Center downtown, they've got a department now for veterans, so I would like to help them out. Again, that's who we donated to for Warzone Houston, so I'd like to continue to support them as they support veterans and the LGBT community. I don't know, though. There's a lot of organizations out there that could use a lot of help right now, but no matter what, 100% of the proceeds goes to the charity. I get nothing. So I don't want people thinking I'm doing it I'm going to skim off the top, or I get a portion of it. No, the charity army, for once I hit those goals, that definitely goes to that charity. So I'm going to try to partner up, as I'm hoping that once I hit the 50 people goal here, 50 followers, and I get to affiliate level here, and as soon as I can get to affiliate level here, then it opens up. I can get a couple more backers for the charity. So a lot of things can happen. I just got to get there. And that's where you all come in. You guys help me out. I can help you out. Because that means excellent opportunity for some a chance to get, $5 entry and maybe a like in a page or two can get you extra entries and a chance to win a full-blown army. 2,000 point army. Painted. And probably with some conservative, and I'll be conservative because not everybody likes their stuff to be converted. But it'll be probably, who knows? It could very well be a Necron army, or it could be a Chaos army, a Custodes army. There's a lot of possibilities, or I might just leave it up to the winner and say, hey, what do you want? Do you want a Chaos Space Marine army? Do you want... that might be a little dangerous to do that, because they might be like, well, I'd like an Imperial or a Chaos Knight army or something. I don't know. But I like to do that. Or we might even do an Age of Sigmar army, but I think 9th edition Warhammer 40,000 should be the first. Then we can go from there. All right, so I went ahead and put some Mephiston Red on that knee pad. All the veterans and the characters of the Iron Snakes, they always have a red knee pad. So just getting that red on there. I'll come back in, clean up some of that silver. We need I think, and what I'm going to do is make that Starburst white instead of gold or anything else. I think we'll make it white. And I think that this tabard, whatever this is, loincloth thingamajig, I think I'm going to go ahead and make this wildwood. But since it's already primed with lead belcher, I need to lighten it up. I shouldn't be in the raffle? Is that what you're saying? I'm not. I don't think I understand. If it's a free army, you are trying to. If you're trying to win by donating to charity, and you. Oh wait. So if it's a free army that you are trying to win, that's you guys trying to win by donating to charity, and you hit. Oh, okay. I guess maybe I don't understand what you're saying. Are you saying that I shouldn't be in the raffle, or if people are nitpicking? Oh, got you. Okay, now I smell what you're stepping in. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, I know. And I tell you, though, it's. I kind of agree with that. But I also might try to partner up with. It's not going to hurt for me to reach out to them, but thinking I might reach out to Nova Open, because they didn't have Nova this year, and see if maybe I can get some joint advertising, and then, hey guys, one of your charities, I would love to do a full-on top to bottom charity army giveaway type thing. Hell, I'd even consider giving away these Iron Snakes. I'm that confident in how awesome they're going to be. I mean, I got Jesus. Jessica Johnson or Jimmy Johnson, you are absolutely bonkers, crazy, amazing. Dude, thank you so much. You know what that means? It's time. That means we're getting some lighting. I know it's one of the Johnsons. That's freaking awesome. I almost said a bad word. Yeah. Dude, you're the best. Absolutely freaking best, man. Dude, that's awesome. I'm going to cry. I'm probably going to cry. I'm going to wait till I'm off camera. I'm probably going to cry. I refuse to cry on camera. You're not Barbara Walters, but what you did was pretty gosh darn close. Man, that's awesome. Thank you, dude. That is so awesome. So awesome. Man, I am just flabbergasted. That is badass, dude. Thank you so much. Well, now, I guess the excess can go towards the next goal. Actually, you know what? I think with all the donations, I know one more person is going to be donating this Friday. They had mentioned that they were going to donate what they could, which is absolutely awesome. I don't care if it's $1, 50 cents. Doesn't matter. I mean, if people donate, that's freaking awesome. But another person was going to donate, so I think actually we're going to hit the goal of both getting a brand new lighting and getting a I'm fighting back the tears. Sorry, man. I've got the tears contained. I can pull a nose hair to cry. But I'll tell you what. I will definitely cry the next time I see you. That's awesome, dude. $100 donation, man. Thank you, man. I really do appreciate that. That's amazing. I'm going to keep my head down for a minute. Might be a little quiet. Just doing some Corax White here on this bullet pistol casing thingy. I don't even know what this thing is called. Outer coating. It's always good to have family. Well, friend. Yeah, you guys are family. I don't know how else to put it. That's family. That's awesome. I don't even know what I'm painting right now. I'm just putting Corax white everywhere. I'm kind of lost what I'm doing. I don't even know if I want a Corax white on that pistol grip, but I feel like it's there now. So it's done. Oh, awesome. Congrats, man. Hey, I am working on that. I'm actually, well, first, Texas Wargamer, that's awesome. Next time on, oh, you know what? Let me grab mine. I ended up not playing in a D&D campaign, but I was like, let's try a Hero Forge model. I ordered this like a year ago. So I went ahead and I didn't end up playing in the game, but here's a Hero Forge model that I had ordered with brass knuckles and supposed to be a I can't remember. It's a pugilist class, pugilist with using the specialization or whatever it's called, the sweet science, the old 1-2 punch type thing. Classic kind of bare knuckles brawler. All right, now over to Mr. Johnson. Yeah, I am working on that. If I cannot find that cockpit here, we're looking for the outer cockpit shell of the Thunderhawk nom. I've got a Thunderhawk, but without a cockpit. So I'm trying to find something that's suitable. I thought that I had found the broken one, but it must have been a dream or a nightmare or I don't know what. I reached out to I'll be honest, I reached out to a recaster and said, hey, could I just get you to print off, or not print off, but can I just buy the cockpit? I haven't heard anything back yet. I didn't want to, but without a receipt from Forge World to show that I bought it from Forge World, there's nothing I can do on that. And since that model was not originally mine, I have no way to essentially backtrace and go, hey, here's proof. I don't even know how to get a hold of the original owner of that Thunderhawk, so pretty screwed on that part. So I've got to either make my own, see if I can find it, the broken one, if I still have it, or try to get a recast one, or a 3D print one. But man, kind of shaky with those files right now. I haven't found a good one yet. So I've already made one cockpit before for another friend, so it's not like I don't know how to do it. It's just a pain. It's just a pain to do by hand. I mean, not by hand, but I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm still flabbergasted by the supporting the channel, man. Since I'm lost in thought, I'm just going over the Runefang steel with some Stormhost silver, totally out of sequence. I'm really discombobulated now. Let me get caught up here. We are um, yeah, I mean, I found some files. I'll be honest with you. I found some 3D print files for you. The only thing I would have to do, though, for Nam is I found some 3D prints, but the cockpits look a little too big. So I don't know, if I was to bring the Thunderhawk maybe to the store and we get the measurements we figure out the measurements or whatever, then that's the only thing I could think of to get it sized right. But other than that, I don't know, man. Like I said, I've seen some, at least one that's out there. I think it was on like Thingiverse or Eggverse or whatever verse. But I could tell just by looking at it that it was too big of to be a regular Thunderhawk. It was scaled up, but it was the right type because they have a new type of Thunderhawk. They have a new type of Thunderhawk, and the cockpit is different than the old classic one that I have. So, I've seen... Oh, never mind. God dang it. I was thinking that even if that recaster is able to do the cockpit, the Thunderhawk that he has, it's the new one. So it won't fit. Dang it. Oh well. Well, at least now I don't have to feel bad about buying it. But if I can find that file, I'll get that to you, Nam, and then we can get that printed off. And one way or the other, Mr. Johnson, is when you need that in August, I think. I think that's what you said, is August or September. I will have it for you, one way or the other. Whether it was handmade with plastic card or whatever. No, not the Stormbird thing. No, Forge World redid the actual Thunderhawk model. It was totally reworked. Okay, gotcha. And yeah, I did see your message about getting the game in. I'm fine with that. Right there, over that Corax White, guys, I went in and that's Wildwood. I figured that's the only thing I could think of. Like I said, I'm still kind of discombobulated from a very generous donation earlier. That's Corax White over the spear shaft. I know I've been painting a lot of the spear shafts with the Wildwood or the snakebite leather, but since this guy is a fancy pants lieutenant, he's gonna have a white spear. So the shaft will be a white spear, and made that bolt pistol casing white. And while I'm on the kick for white, let's go ahead and start getting some Corax White into the center there of the shoulder pads. This doesn't have to be perfect. It just needs to be in there to act as a base for when I do come in with the bold titanium white. It'll just the bold titanium white will settle a lot easier down on there. Alright. Since I've got a little bit left, just going to get a little bit more white, this Corax White on that pistol casing. I don't need to, but I've got excess here, and I hate wasting paint. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Talk about not wasting paint. I've got excess, and I've got some more. These are my Blade Guard veteran conversions that I was doing. So let's go ahead and get the white on there. There we go. Use up the rest of that white real quick. I mean, I doubt I'm going to get to these guys today, but that's okay. At least I'll have that white on there. I don't I'm not trying to be really neat right now. I'm just trying to get it on down in those recesses. Just slap it on before it dries up. This just, like I said, this just makes it easier to transition the actual white, the bull titanium white that I'll be using onto there. If it has a nice similar undercoat. Could use gray, but Korax white works just as well. Get him out of the way. Our super awesome captain that you might have seen over on Instagram or maybe on the Facebook page. Make sure you follow those links down below, ladies and gents. Because you might miss out on some stuff that I will only be posting there. Oh, if anybody is interested, the prices, I got the prices in right now for all the stuff that's going to be going on pre-order this week. That Inquisitor, the new Inquisitor model, she's going to be $35. Ethereal Stern and Kagioso, or whatever his name is, the Pariah Harlequin, it's a $50 set, and that new Necron, or the Necron Illuminor Caesaris or whatever, is $50. The book is $40, and if there's a special edition 20th anniversary for what's it called, Demon Feud, that's $80. I don't know what that entails. And then there's the limited edition, like mega limited edition, that they put up on Warhammer community page yesterday. That sucker's $150. I was thinking about getting it as for myself for my birthday, but I'm like, nope. I'd rather spend that $150 on the Indominus box. Even though I love Ethereal Stern, I love everything about that character, $150 for what's in that content, I'd rather put that towards a box of that stuff. All right, so while that other stuff is drying, and I've got a little bit of Korax white left, we're gonna do some dry brushing on our big scary man werewolf thingy. I've already done some dry brushing on the right side. You can see a little bit in there. No. Indominus is going to be about $100. I think it's going to be about $180 to $200. I'm still in that price range. I'd just rather save that $150 for that. That's all. That's what I meant. I figured $150 would be better spent buying that, especially if I'm able to get 2 of those sets and give one away on the channel, which is one of the giveaways I would like to be able to do, but I need to hit those goals before I can do the giveaway. We need to hit our goals, man. Need 50 bodies, at least 50 bodies here, and 100 bodies. That's what I should probably advertise on the Facebook page, is if I can get to 50 bodies here or on Twitch, and then 100 people on my YouTube channel, which I did start getting my videos up on there. All they are is just these videos for now. In about a week, I'm working with Perfect Chaos Studios. We are going to start getting our content, or my content, up on there. Tutorials, some funny reaction videos to movies and food and whatnot. Just some entertaining stuff to keep you guys busy while you're painting. Keep you entertained. Anyways, so once we get to 100 over there and 50 over here, then I'm thinking, depending on the price of that box, I really do think I will put that box up for sale, or not sale, but as a giveaway for everybody that's following and watching the channel. Probably have that. You have to watch the show during someday, and if you do, and you're one of the followers on all the channels, then you can win. If you're not one of the followers, then you're, well, thanks for watching. Real quick here, it's hard. I know. Well, it's not even hard to tell. That color on the cloth on his belly, it's actually several layers of tan, and then I lightened it up with some Ushbati bone because it's actually skin. He's wearing people's skin, like right here where I'm touching with my brush. Those are actually 2 feet there. So I wanted to lighten this up so I can come back in with some Cadian flesh tone on my brush, dry brush, and sit there and go over that lightened area with some flesh tone, so it kind of looks a little bit more fleshy. I know the camera does not do it justice. I should just not even bother using this paint handle for this guy. But just trying to get some more layering in there, and that fleshy appearance kind of really just makes this model a lot more creepy. The Obama Alpha, not Obama Alpha, sorry, for you Obama fans. Or if you're not an Obama fan, then that's a good haha for you. So, all right. I don't care which side of the politics you are on. If you got a kick out of that, cool. Alright, so get some Ushbati bone. We're going to go over... Now I already messed with, you can see, I cannot hold this model today. You can see that those spikes that are erupting, the bone growths that are erupting, they're really light compared to this side. It's because on that side I've already dealt with them. I started with, and what I'm using right now is Ushbati bone dry brush over them. It's really just over the raised edges to kind of make it pop a little bit more. We want that to pop. And I've got this still in my brush. Go ahead and get his other horn. Like I said, I did the other side, but I wanted to wait so you guys can see what I was doing. This model is probably going to end up being like the best looking model out of this set, from my perspective. All right, then after that, yeah, I figured you would laugh, sir. I figured you would laugh. All right, then I'm taking some white, bold titanium white, and just even lighter over those, what I did with the Ushbati bone over those spikes, and closer to the tips. Using that white just to kind of lighten it up a little bit more. I don't need to get too crazy. Same thing with the horn as it spirals down towards the front. I'm also applying a little bit of this on his fur. He has just a little bit of fur on his mane here, then on his tail. I'm assuming it's a he, but it could very well be a she. But that looks like pecs there, but it could very well be, well, alpha. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah, I dig the feet actually are the one things that came out the best, I feel, out of this entire model. Out of everything else. I was trying to match the color, everything to, let me pull up the image. Well, if I could pull up the image. I was trying to match as much as possible to its original image. So like the gray claws and everything like that. Still got to work on his teeth a little bit there, but I felt like, I think I'm pretty close to the original. Might not be 100% exact, but trying to match an artist without knowing what colors that they used to accomplish that. It's not always the easiest, but I feel like I got pretty gosh darn close to the original intent of the model from the designer. And that's what I was going for more than anything else, is I wanted it to be as, man, you know what? I'm just going to set this model down, because that is like the 5th time I have dropped him. And thankfully, it's the, from Cool Mini or not, they use a softer plastic for their models. It's a little cheaper than the harder plastic that Games Workshop and a couple other companies use. So thankfully, I don't have to worry about the model falling down and breaking, but I am all thumbs today. Let me see here what you got, Nom. Let me pull this up on my screen here. Let me put old boy back out in front here so you guys have something to look at while I'm letting this 3D model load. Well, that's just a bad... There we go. Let's get this guy there. Yeah, get Mr. Grin back. All right, let's see. Yes. But I feel... I think this is the one I was looking at. Is... I feel like that cockpit might not be the same. So... I mean, if you have some dimensions, I can, or, you know, I can even, if you're able to meet this week, I might be able to, or tomorrow or something, I can meet you at the, like, Atomic Hobby Shop or something, and we can get measurements. I don't know if you're interested in that, but that would definitely, I mean, that's definitely the Thunderhawk, for sure. Okay. I have to be in Katy tomorrow to drop off the Zombicide models at 11, so I don't know what time you're available tomorrow, but yeah, if you're interested. That way I can get that built and painted and hand it off to Mr. Johnson. So he has a Thunderhawk. And I'm assuming that Mr. Johnson would prefer the turbo laser destructor cannon over the big battle cannon. I think most people prefer that anyways, because the battle cannon, I think their big battle cannon is nice, but compared to the super laser destructor cannon of deadly doom is better damage wise. Okay, that's no problem. That's the only one I've got painted, so I just got to get it magnetized. Just in case I wanted to swap it out, and I need to repair or finish painting the undermounted bolters, but that's it. Well, I'll tell you, Nom, I'll be up there at noon, but I'll send you a message, man, for sure. For sure. Okay, so now that we're done flapping our gums, let's get back to Lieutenant Dan. Well, this is not really Lieutenant Dan because he still has his legs. So, is that too soon? I'm not sure if that's too soon. I don't think that's too soon. I think enough time has passed. Let's see here. Alright, so what to do? Man. Let's go ahead and tinker with that star. Nope, we're going to hold off on it. Yeah, no. Yeah, real quick, I'm going to tinker with that star on his left knee pad. And that way I can get it prepped for... Ooh, that's a little too much paint on my brush. Yikes. So I can get it prepped for when I come through with the Bold Titanium White on the shoulder pads. The groundwork will be done for this guy. I'm also looking at, I found some different paint handles out there that are kind of free spinning, and they also don't have this blocky, well, with these wings or whatever they are here that help clamp down on it. So it makes it a lot easier for me. All right, man. Be safe out there. I'll talk to you later. Thanks, man. Thanks again, Jimmy. I really super appreciate that, man. More than you can imagine. That's awesome. Thank you very much for that donation. All right, so just trying to use up the rest of this Corax white before it all goes away. All right. This lieutenant's actually, I'm gonna have fun with this one. I mean, I normally would not run a lieutenant, but I just wanted this guy, and I had an extra one of these given, or that I picked up at a Bits Bazaar, and it's not a legit one. Oh no, this is a legit one. It's the other one that is not a legit one, but I just happy that I've got a chance to get a hold of one of these guys. I really like the pose. Normally I don't like static poses, like just standing like that, but this model has just a lot of character in that static pose, and just be able to put on that pistol and having that spear like that kind of breaks that whole. Back in the day, Games Workshop used to have characters that were like very. I mean, they were 3D, but they were flat, so they'd have their arms. I'm trying to get them in here tight for the picture, but they basically have their arms out to the sides with a pistol and a close combat weapon or a claw or something. And I mean, even though they were highly detailed, they were awesome at the time. They were very static posed. But this one, now it's with this multi-part plastic kit, just by changing the direction of, like adding on this bit right here. This is from the Adeptus Custodes. It's their Misericordia, thrown on this 3D printed spear shaft, and the Deathwatch sword bit as the spear tip. Even this arm, I think this arm is this lieutenant's arm. No. Yes? Maybe. No, it is not. This is actually from the Intercessor kit. And then this hand is actually from the Deathwatch hand from this kit right here. There you go. The sword and that hand are from the Deathwatch. So I try to do as many conversions as possible. So what do we got right now? 1, 2, 3, 4 different kits just to make this one, and then when I'm able to, I'm not sure if I've got the piece handy. I don't think I've got it handy, but I will be putting a special helmet on him. You know what? Since we got the model ready, I can put the helmet on. Haha, victory. This is going to be a good day. This bad boy is going to be fast track to getting done. Alright, let's get a little super glue on the helmet that I popped off another dude. And try to line up that pistol shot with the way the helmet is going to have the helmet front sight alignment. So I had to fix that helmet. It needs to be a little bit more metal. Not like metal, but the matching the rest of the armor. But dude looks, I'm gonna adjust the camera a little bit. That dude looks intimidating. Yeah, he's a lieutenant. Don't mess. Not like modern day our military lieutenants, but like a good lieutenant. He does not get lost in the woods. Mainly because he's been around for probably most of these lieutenants and the Space Marine lieutenants are probably a good solid century old, if not more. I mean, that's the type of how long I think the service could last for these guys. I mean, if you survive that long, you are getting prepped for command. And I'm not gonna do too much painting here because a lot of this helmet is gonna end up being white. trying to remember how lieutenants are. Let's see. Lieutenants will have that white crest, and captains have the red and white, and then sergeants have the red. Okay. Trying to look at my other models here. I want to get the helmet right. All right. Alright, man, this guy's gonna look awesome. I'm so excited about this guy. This guy, I don't know, I just really like... I think it's just the fact that I'm doing a character. I like just having fun making character models. I could sit here and just make lieutenants and captains all day long. I'd be super excited about that. Who knows, maybe that's something I should look at doing in the future. Is like, hey, do you want a custom Space Marine captain, lieutenant, librarian, chaplain, judicar, something like that? Well, I've got an idea. I got a deal for you. Send me the parts. I will custom build him and paint him and love him and base him and take pictures, and yeah, I think that would be a lot of fun. The only thing I'd be concerned with is matching color schemes. If you were, maybe I could probably only do that locally then if I had to do that. I would think. That way we could meet up. I can get one of your existing models and sit there and duplicate the color scheme. But I think that might be fun, man. I don't know. You know, just charge a little bit for doing the custom work and the paint job. You know, I mean, nothing, you know, exuberant. You know, I'm not saying like hundreds of dollars, but oh, Grandpa Strange. Oh, you almost got me. Turn down my volume, dude. I turned down my volume here. What's going on? What is going on, man? That's all. Oh, you almost got me. You almost got me with the sound effect. Yeah, I had a couple people in here. They're like, or I was talking to a friend of mine over the weekend, and it's like, why do you have those on there? I mean, you're setting yourself up. And I'm like, I know, but you guys seem to enjoy it, and I enjoy it, so I want to keep those sound effects on there, man. Though I did change up some of them. I don't know if you guys have noticed, some of those sound effects have been altered. I've added a few, removed a few. I didn't realize that there was so many different pages, so I went in and did some altering. And I'm totally messing this up. Wrong brush, John. Wrong brush. And no, Retributor Gold does not taste good. Ugh. I am doing good, except I'm eating Retributor Gold for some reason. Ugh. That is not a tasty paint. Well, to be honest, none of the paints are really tasty. And why am I putting gold on brown? God dang it, John. Get your head in the game. Oh, man. Alright, we're going to let that dry. I'll go back in and clean that up in a minute. Grab my Corax White. But doing good, doing good. Grandpa Strange, how are things up there in North Texas? I'm assuming good. At least I hope good. I'm going to, and assume good. I'm going to assume good. Oh yeah, and speaking of, as of right now, I'm still looking at coming up. Um, Hoping I can come up on Thursday if all goes well. And if you're still on Grandpa Strange, if you're still on, are you still interested in that Bandai Space Marine? Because if you are, I will bring him up. If you're still wanting to purchase him. If not, let me know in the. Oh, okay, okay. I mean, you're not obligated. I know you said before that you were interested in it, so I didn't want you to feel like you're stuck with that decision. Okay, well then I will bring it up, man. If you're still interested, you have until, well, until we meet up. And even then, you can change your mind right there and then. All right. So putting that white stripe over there in that helmet, I'm going to go back in and tighten that up. You can see how it kind of curves back there. I've been doing that with all of them. And that ended up being actually an accident on the first model. And I ended up liking it enough that I went back in and tightened it up. And even went further to enhance that little hook or white claw. Not white claw as in that drink white claw. Ugh. But, and if you drink white claw, that's okay. I forgive you. Oh. There we go. Okay, cool. Cool. I am knee deep in another project right now, but I am trying. We'll see, but if I can, I would like to get this guy done and painted by Thursday. This Imperial Knight conversion that I've been working on. I've got the other arms finally ready. I just gotta do a little bit more additions, but I was going to bring this up as well for you if you're still interested in that one. So we'll see. It's definitely going to be a little difficult to try. I mean, it's a big model, and trying to get it done while I'm trying to finish up a commission is going to be a little difficult. It might have to wait until a later date for me to bring that up to you. All right. I think time for some annoying, nerve-wracking, blah, blah, blah type of stuff here. I'm going to break out the Drakenhof Nightshade. It's time to adjust my camera. There we go. And just a little bit on the tip of my brush. And we're going to go into those recesses. We're just putting it in those recesses. Even kind of dabbing it in there if I can. Even it out. I can come back in and clean that up afterwards, but it's basically just to help those recesses stand out a little bit more, help the model get a little bit more depth and shadow to it. Like getting all those little, like that little whatever that box is down there on his ankle or on the shin guard. Over here as well. Really pops on the back side here. And before I go back in and kind of try to clean up the metallic here, I wanted to get this done because I knew that I would probably have some mess ups and need to clean that up. So all I'm doing is just making sure that this Drakenhof Nightshade settles down there in those recesses. neatly as possible with little to no spillover. I know that there's going to be, but the less I do, the better. Or the better I do, if I can talk, the less I have to worry about on cleanup duty later on. Now, unfortunately, some of the backside here lost some of its detail because the way that it was painted was a very thick paint job, so I lost some detail on the back and on the back of the shins, unfortunately. But you know what? I got a hard to get model, so got me for next to nothing. So I can't really complain, or I shouldn't complain. Actually, I can complain all I want, but it'd be kind of silly to complain. Most people don't even get a chance to get these type of models, so should be thankful that I got them. And these type of models also, it's not that this model affords me any sort of special abilities in the game. It's the fact that it's a rare model, and you know, it adds a little bit of flair to or gravitas, or whatever you want to call it, to the army, and make people go, ooh, I love that model, that's awesome. Gets a little bit more notice to it, which, not gonna lie, I like it when I get oohs and ahs. I also like it when I get critiques, though, too. You know, like actual bona fide critiques. You know, if it's just, oh, that just looks stupid, or I don't like your paint job, that's not very helpful, man. You know, if you why don't you tell me why you don't like the paint job? What about it is wrong? Because maybe you might have a good suggestion that I can apply to my technique, or I could learn a new technique. Like hell, I'm teaching myself, reteaching myself how to draw. Going from that kind of comic book, well, what I call comic book art, well-oiled and well-endowed women that you expect to see in like Marvel Comics, DC Comics, that sort of thing. Not on that, quite on that professional level, but that's the type of figures that I trained myself on and was trained on. So now I'm teaching myself, just kind of throwing out all that out the window and teaching myself how to draw more of an Eastern style or Japanese style, so for like the manga style. So pretty much just throwing all of my knowledge out the window and humbling myself and just like, you know what, I don't care how I used to do things. Let's learn a new skill. Let's just be humble about this and learn a new skill. And it's been fun so far. I'm mainly doing that, A, because it's fun and kind of change up how I view painting also. But also, since I'm working on my own RPG, it's hard for me to convey to any artist, hey, this is what I want you to do. So if I can at least sketch it out, even if I can only sketch it out, even though I'm not doing manga style, but if I can at least get back to those basics and I can sketch out, hey, this is what I want for my monster, my characters, whatever, then they at least, a good artist can take that and run. So that's what I'm hoping. All right. So while I was rambling there, we went in, put the Dragonhof Nightshade down in those recesses. A little sloppy, I know, but that's okay because we can clean up. It's a great thing about paint is you can clean up. I don't mind the cleanup stage. You know what? Because I get through this faster, and the more I kind of mess up, when I come back over the next model, I get a lot tighter, and the next model's a lot tighter, so on and so forth. So I am okay with messing up. And you should not be too worried about messing up too when you're, especially, doesn't matter if you've been painting 500 miniatures for 50 years, 500 miniatures a day for 50 years. Don't be afraid to mess up, man. If you mess up, you mess up. Just go in and clean it up. It's not a big deal. It's not the end of the world. So, grab some Runefang steel and go in and clean my mess. Clean up my mess. Mainly, I mean, I know that I'm going to mess up. So that's why I don't mind going back in and cleaning up. I do my best not to mess up, for sure. But if I do mess up, I'm not going to let myself get bent out of shape like son of a gun and go kick a stuffed teddy bear or puppy or something. Stuffed puppy, not a real puppy, of course. Never kick a dog. Unless it was like a dog trying to attack me or attack somebody else, then I'd probably kick it. I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie. But I hope I never have to encounter that situation where I have to save somebody from an animal, because I feel really bad about hurting an animal. But gotta protect human life. That's me, though. I don't know about you guys, but that's me. All right. I love that, man, I'm really, once again, very thankful for Jimmy donating that $100 a little bit ago. That's absolutely amazing that he did that. Him and his wife did that. Absolutely awesome. That means we're going to get, I'm going to get some new equipment, some new lighting here. And if my calculations are correct, then I think that I've got enough now also to purchase a boom arm for the camera. So I don't have to have the camera right here where it's at, where I could easily knock it over. So really awesome. Really freaking awesome. So now I have to figure out what the next goal is going to be, man. I haven't even thought that far ahead. I was just thinking right now is like boom arm and lighting. Boom arm and lighting. Well, I guess the next thing would have to be a computer, to be honest. Not a Skynet type computer. I don't need to take over the world or stream gaming, but I need to something just a little bit more powerful than this i3 CPU. I think we're at i9s right now for CPU. So like even if it was just like an i7 CPU, I would already be light years better than what I've got now. I mean, i3 is might be a little old, or a little low on the power scale. I mean, it's ideal for what I'm doing right now, but I can get better quality videos, better quality streaming, faster, everything, if I was to do that. So that might be the next goal. Now I'm looking real quick. I don't know if you guys can see here. i10 just came out. Don't tell me that. You can see here, this is where there was some bad paint. Even trying to clean it up and scrape it off, it's really bad. So what I'm going to do at a later date is I've got a whole bunch of these purity seals that are loose. So I'm just going to double stack, like one purity seal here, then one here. And I'm just going to hide that. I'll show you that to you guys on the next show, just so you can see what I've done. But that'll just be to hide it, to make it, a little bit more presentable, a little bit more clean. All right, man, this guy's coming along. Oh, I'm so excited about this guy. So excited. All right, I'm thinking it's Core i3, i5, i7, and i9. The 10th gen of each just came out. Oh, Well, I would say then an i7 or an i9 type of computer would probably be ideal then. No matter what, what I've got right now is not ideal. I originally got this laptop, or not laptop, but this desktop, really ridiculously cheap. I was not intending to stream with it. It was just to work on the RPG. And then I realized that actually I did need a more powerful one for even working on the RPG. So, yay. It's not good. So, whenever I do get one, this will be a nice, like backup computer on the side that I can be watching the stream on and answering questions or something. I know a lot of people stream with 2 computers, 2 monitors. I totally forgot to see if I have that other monitor. I'm not sure about that red down there. Gosh darn it. So I want to tie it in. I need more cores. Yeah. Yes. I do need more cores. 3 cores is not enough, apparently. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to game with the computer. I am, like I said, it's just... oh, then I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I just work here. It's about a year... It's at least a year old when I bought it. So, I don't know. I don't even know... I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know how to. I don't remember even how to find how to find the Windows settings on. Oh, here we go. Oh, I don't even know how to find. It's funny is I used to be fine with figuring all this stuff out. I don't even know how to. Right now, I have no idea how to figure out what type of processor I have on my computer right now. That's how bad things are. Right. Oh, here we go. Nom says right click taskbar, task manager, then open performance. Oh, look at that. It says it's a Core i3 7100. 3.9 gigahertz. So, probably not great. Not gonna lie, it's probably not great. But that's okay. That's okay. It's doing. I have 2 cores. 4 threads. Yeah, I totally understand what that means. I know how to build a computer. I just don't know what all this stuff means, but cool, I guess. Like I said, this computer does its job. It allows me to type stuff for the RPG. It allows me to be able to stream like this. I think a slightly better graphics card instead of the built-in one. And a little bit more processing power would be nice, but I'm okay. It's not like it's super critical. No, you can laugh all you want, man. I know the computer's not great. I mean, everybody I know laughs at my computer. I totally understand, man. I totally get it. So no worries there. No worries. You guys laugh at me all you want. Call me noob, whatever you want to do. I get it. It's not the end of the world. I'm not going to be all crazy and cry about it and all that jazz. Different priorities, and the price was right for this. So, and like I said, it was really ideal, and still, it really is still ideal for me to work on the RPG. And since I'm not doing any graphics, I don't intend to do any 3D graphics, and it handles the actual software. So what I originally got this computer for works, and I'm still able to stream. I just like to be able to stream just a little bit better. Like I said, I don't need to be able to stream so well that, you know, I'm not like not the Ninja. I'm not like Ninja or Dr. Disrespect or any of those guys. You know, I'm not doing those high-end streams, but I feel like something a little bit better. I feel like you guys will lose a little bit of detail and coloring here with what I'm painting because of the integrated graphics card and the processor. Feel like I'm not getting all the potential out of the camera as possible. I could be wrong, but I feel like that's a legit thing. And I'd like to be able to give you guys some better quality tutorials and whatnot. So that is just a concern that I have. You know, it's not that, I mean, like I said, I'm happy with it, but if I'm going to keep doing these type of videos and things for you guys, I would rather have a much better quality machine. No, I know I don't have a solid state drive. Yeah, I can bring my computer up, Grandpa Strange. You'll just have to bring over a monitor, by the way, because the only monitor I have is the TV that I'm looking at right now. Alright, let's put this guy off to the side. No, I think we're going to keep working on him because I'm having fun working on this guy. I don't know about that red, though. Let me get the red on his shoulder pad, and that will help let me decide if I want to keep that red on that at the bottom of that spear or not. Sorry, I'm just being a little quiet because I'm trying to make sure I don't get the red over onto the white. Like I just did. Damn it. Probably help if I would use a finer brush too. I'll tell you, the quality of the stream will kick up though once I get the lighting in here and that boom arm for the camera. Then I'll have a little bit more freedom here to move around, and I don't have to worry about the camera getting knocked over or anything. Replace your hard drive with the solid state. Oh, okay. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, guys. I have been out of working on anything computer related for such a long time that I have no idea. You know, I don't even think I could replace my own hard drive right now. Or yeah, I would actually, I can say that I doubt I can even replace my own hard drive right now. I know I don't even have the tools anymore. I don't have I know I could Google all that, but I mean, I couldn't even do simple A++ stuff right now. I am so out of the loop and out of practice. That I'm not gonna lie, a little afraid to tinker with my computer. Even going in and messing with the settings so Streamlabs will run correctly made me nervous. So I'm putting my fist on red, just on those around that edges before I go in and mess with the white. All right. Okay. Well, I'll take your guys' advice. I think that, man, I think that the bottom of, I appreciate that. I think the bottom of that spear might need to be gold. Yeah, I think that needs to be gold. It doesn't, I don't think that syncs up really well. No, you know what? I'm going to leave it. It breaks. Hey, what's going on, Gross Nerd? Oh, you think gold? I don't know, man. I feel like it helps break it up. But it's like thrown off. I don't know. It's very frustrating. Oh, man. Yeah, I could. I don't know if it's easy peasy, but you know what? I think the gold is the right choice. Yeah. I think I'm going to feel a little bit more comfortable with the gold. It just seems off. Who knows, though? I might end up putting this gold down and the gold throws it off too. This Retributor gold. I feel like it'll be a lot better. All right. Yeah, I think that a lot more uniform. Thanks, guys. Appreciate that. See, this is what I mean, man. I like being able to reach out to you guys and get advice from you guys. I trust you guys. All right. Before this red disappears, let's go ahead and dab that top of that purity seal there. He's coming along pretty nicely, I think. All right, I'll see you later, Grandpa Strange. Ooh, good luck, man. That's a rough day. All right, this guy is looking pretty pimp. All right, I need to check on this. What do we call him, or what is he called again? The Obama Alpha, Obamata. I don't remember what it's called. The Abomination Alpha something. Want to deal with his teeth real quick there. Those suckers need to get done. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Hey, Gross Nerd, have you done these type of models yet for Zombicide, or you've been doing the regular Zombicide, haven't you? Or something along that lines? All the models. Yeah. Yeah, I know you've been like cranking them out like a fiend, dude. All right. Get these fangs done here, these whatever this Obama the thingamajig here. I feel like I'm going to get a visit from the Secret Service or something now. I referred to this creature as Obama. Or somebody on Twitter is going to like freak out. Oh my gosh, he referred to that monster as Obama. And I'm like, no, just mispronounced its name. It's not. It doesn't even look like President Obama or former President Obama. But you guys know Twitter. Well, I don't know if you do know Twitter, but Twitter is where weird people go. Not all weird people, but a lot of weird people hang out there, and they look for any reason to be offended. While the rest of us are like putting up funny cat videos or contests or, hey, come check out my channel. Hi. All right. Man. I really kind of like the way this guy turned out. Very happy. Oh, it might be just because I got my hands in the way there. The lighting is messed up, but yeah, I'm happy with him. Pretty sure the client will be happy as well. All right, so I think, hey, holy crap, I'm done with all those zombies. Well, not all the zombie side, but most of the zombie side models are done now. Well, for that kit. I still have 40 other models to do, but that is for another day. All right, let's get back to our lieutenant. Our lieutenant. I think that's how the Brits were saying it. Lieutenant or lieutenant. All right. So go back in here with a straight bit of Runefang steel over those studs, which I think is going to look a lot better than that gold that I was trying. I might be wrong, but you know what? Just continuing my process of experimenting with colors. Worst case scenario, I just put them in the dunk tank with some isopropyl alcohol that I picked up finally from the store. And we try again. I'm not afraid to strip a model and try it again. I'm really bummed that Ethereal Stern Super Limited Edition awesome collector set is going to be, or not going to be, but is $150. Man, I really wanted that damn thing. I didn't need it. I just wanted it. I thought it was cool looking. But like I said, getting the box set for Indomitus is more important, especially if I can get two and give one away here on stream. That would be better. I'd rather be able to do that than get something that is just going to sit in a cabinet when I think about it. There really is no point. It would be kind of silly for me to actually get that when I think about it. A little waste of money. Still be cool, but bit of a waste. I'd rather have the what's going on here? A couple Indomitus box sets versus that. I mean, I'm already splitting one Indomitus box with one person. Well, he's getting a box, I'm getting a box, but I'm going to get double the Marines. So that'll be cool. I only needed one box of Marines, but what I might do is, I don't know how well it'll be received, but I might do, if I'm not able to get a second box, I might have a giveaway like, hey, if you're the 10th caller type of thing. You get your choice of, one of these models or sets of models. Like if you want all the assault guys, or you want the Judicar, that sort of thing. I don't know. I'll think of something, but like I said, I want to be able to give back to you all, especially everybody that has been following me over on FNP and locally and joining in. I really want to be able to show my appreciation and show my thanks by giving back to you guys. I might still have tons of stuff to give away. Some of it's rare stuff, some of it's not, but I mean, it's still free. So it's like, hey, you're watching me, you're following my channel, now you have a chance to win something as a thank you. All right, I just put actual the bolt titanium white on that spear shaft over the Corax white. Now I'm putting that on the shoulder pad here. This is very thin down, so I'll probably end up having to put a second coat. That's okay. I'd rather do 2 thin coats of white so I get a nice solid blemish free white. And it's getting time. I'm gonna have to, maybe after this next commission that I'm gonna do, or once I'm done with Clint's Thousand Suns, maybe when I get paid for that one, finish that one and get paid for it, I will use that money to go ahead and buy some more shoulder pads for these guys. Not shoulder pads, but the shoulder pad symbols. These right here. Get those from Shapeways, from Pop Goes the Monkey. I should see if we can partner up or something. I mean, I don't need them to be, I mean, it'd be great if he could be a sponsor. But man, if he could be a partner, like, hey, let me send guys over, get, for a limited time, get them give everybody a limited time code. Get 10% off, their purchase or something. Especially with Space Marines about ready to get a whole bunch of things. It could be useful to his site. Even if he gets 10 new purchases, man, that's 10 new customers, 10 new sales. Hell, even one sale is always good. No, I have not. I am behind on everything. So when I get back from Dallas this coming weekend, the rest before I go, I should have the rest of those models done for the zombie side. But well, depending on what you mean, man, because I've got Clint's Thousand Suns and I had somebody else's Thousand Suns. So I was doing 2 different Thousand Sun armies. One the traditional colors, and one was the blue, white, and silver. If you mean that one, then no, I am not done with them, unfortunately. But he also did not give me a timeline. He's just like, hey, as you go, could you just work on them? So it's not like he needs them, because his job right now, and with the COVID-19 or COVID-19 stuff that's going on, his chances of playing anytime soon is next to none. So thankfully, I don't have a time frame. But if I would like to get paid for them and make some money, so I can buy the components that I need for a computer, for get this army done, I need to get them done. And I just need to get them done because I'm tired of them being here. I just want to get everything cleared off of my table. Does that make sense? Just want to clear off my entire project board, because I know here in a few weeks that when the 9th edition box drops, that Indominus box drops, I'm going to be busy, especially if the Atomic Hobby Shop and my channel here and FMP Wargamers all team up to do a live build and paint of that box set. I want to be able to. I don't want anything disturbing my table, if that makes sense. And I know the gentleman that I'm handing these models off to tomorrow, not this one, but the Zombicide and the Highlander models, I know he has more. Unfortunately, I know he has more that he wants me to paint. So, but if he gives me more, I'm gonna be like, look, it's gonna be the back burner because I've got other projects that are taking priority right now, like those Thousand Suns. Unfortunately, those Thousand Suns, it's 5 Terminators, 1 Ahriman on disc, 3 or a bunch of Zangors, and I think 10 Rubric Marines. So it's going to be a little busy, or a little involved. But luckily this time, when I mess with them, I'll be able to go in and build them and not have them already have the arms already built in place, the heads, everything, so I can't, get behind it, all the recesses, all the hard to reach areas. So the painting process will speed up dramatically. And actually, as looking at the sprues, a lot of the stuff I'm actually going to be leaving on sprue and painting on sprue, at least the base coat. Damn it. Speaking of orcs, or speaking of Clint, got me. A little jump start, a little one, not like last time, but you got me a little bit there, Clint. Hey, but so as I was looking at the actual sprues of these Thousand Suns, since I get to put them together, I can actually do a lot of the painting on the sprue and some of the shading on there as well. So that's going to speed up the process of building and painting Crom's Thousand Suns. So it's really cool that as I inspected them and I was getting prepped and ready to do them, that as I got a good solid look, I was like, okay, we can do this, we can put this together, and leaving everything on sprue. I just have to make sure I go in and get rid of artificial mold lines, or not artificial, but mold lines before I prime and paint and everything. So it's going to be really cool. I won't probably do those on camera since I can't fit a full sprue right here in front. But I've got plenty of other models to be tinkering with besides that. So, all right, our lieutenant here is looking good. You're probably wondering why I was running my mouth. I put a little bit of white here on that brown because I knew there was a mess up with the gold and the silver. So I just put that over that as a patch job, and now I'm trying to find my wildwood, and we're going to go over that with the wildwood. We might have to do it twice, but it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I wasn't expecting to still be live either. I just looked up at the time and realized that I've been on for 2 hours. I'm going to keep going though, because I don't. I'm fine right now. As long as I'm keeping an average of like 3 to 4 users, I'm happy with that. Hundreds of users would be amazing, but baby steps, man, baby steps. We'll get there. All right, so while I still have a little bit of white here, let's go ahead and get that white laid down again. Oh boy, I think I messed up. Yep, damn it. Just mixed the white with, I had brown on my brush. God dang it. Well, we're not going to be messing with titanium white because I grabbed the wrong brush that I thought I had rinsed off and mixed that bold titanium white with brown. I guess I can do a little bit of white over here. Man, tell you what, today I've been like all thumbs. Couldn't hold that Abomination Alpha model in my hands. Been dropping everything, mixing everything wrong. It's alright though. It's alright. I'm alive, I'm well, I'm painting. Got a roof over my head, food in my belly. Can't complain. Got a bunch of people watching. Very happy. Life is good. Got to watch, I don't know if Gross Nerd, I don't know if you're still on, but what was the name, if you are, what was the name of that anime we watched last night? I think, it was, whatever it was that we watched on Discord, or watched, was pretty good. Something. It ended up being really good, really cute. I haven't finished watching, I had to go back and watch the earlier episodes, but really cute. Very relaxed. Very nice anime. Ascension of a Bookworm, yeah. I don't know why you never told me about it before. Just like you never told me how good Demon Slayer was. I know, I'm bad. I'm just kidding. If I would listen to my friends more often, I would know how good some of these animes are. Between Gross Nerd and Crom Iron Skull, I would have missed out on a lot of good animes. Alright. Man, this guy is coming along. That white, that is a stark white too. Yikes. I'm going to go and put a little bit of white. It looks like a little, I don't know, a little display screen right there on his forearm. I know some of the intercessors have those. So I'm going to go ahead and get that white. We'll probably put a very light green type of screen over it, like, like night vision type of screen that you see in military movies and video games and such. Forget the terminology, but you probably know what I mean. I'm painting these white because I'm going to come back over and we'll probably paint those buttons that are on there for his Pip-Boy, his Space Marine Pip-Boy. There we go, for his Pip-Boy. He's got a Space Marine Pip-Boy. We'll come back over that and give that, color those buttons so he can beep boop, whatever it is that he does with that. Alright. You know what? I still got... Sorry, I'm going to put him out of the way for a second. I put too much of that bold titanium white on my palette. So I'm going to go ahead and take advantage of it and get at least the first layer of that on these... the rest of these guys that I'm converting to be Blade Guard veterans. Which means I'm probably going to have some Blade Guard veteran models left over, guys. So somebody might end up with some Blade Guard veterans here on the channel. Especially if I'm going to end up having two sets, then there's probably going to be two people walking out with some Blade Guard veterans. Even though they're amazing models, I have a tendency that if I've got excess models that I don't need, it's just like I have a hard time wanting to keep them around. You know what I mean? I want to send them off to a good home, so I have somebody that'll care for them, love them, paint them, build them, whatever. So probably somebody's going to get them, depending also on the size of their unit size. Because if the unit size is 3, then hey, I've already got my 3. I might keep 3 to add to my custom army that I'm going to put up for sale, probably on eBay or on my Facebook page or something, or auction. And that'll go to charity. Part of it, that one, since it's my personal army, part of that will go to charity, and the other half will go to stuff for the channel. And then somebody will get a full custom army. Alright, so normally I'd like to have used Corax white as a base, but I've got so much of this excess white, I'm just going to go ahead and lay that down. It'll still do the same effect as Corax white. Alright, on his little mini shield, his little buckler. I don't think I need to do anything else. No, I think we're good. Alright. Still got excess white there, and god dang it, chide myself for putting so much excess down that I did not need, especially since it's the bold titanium white, and I think they're out right now at Creature Caster, so got to be careful with what I have, or Clint's Thousand Suns might run into a delay because I'm out of white. Oh, a bigger delay because I'm out of white. Oh, don't kill me. Like I said, though, thankfully he has not been able to play games, so he's very, very awesome client that I don't have to worry about him jumping down my throat for not getting them done. He doesn't need them anytime soon. So I've got a little bit more time. So as soon as I am fully done with the rest of these zombie side, which I said there's like about 40 or 50 of them left, then once that's done, I won't take any more commissions until those Thousand Suns are done and off my table. Like I said, I'd like to get those done before around sometime around the week of the 13th of July. I believe that's when I will have my hands on a copy of the Indominus box. I believe sometime around that time frame. It could be the week after or the week before, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be that week. And if so, I want Crom's models to all be done. That way I can focus on painting in just a few days, just because it's going to have to be some speed painting, because I think they're going to Atomic Hobby Shop would want that box available for demoing within like a day or two. So I'd probably have about 2 to 3 days, I imagine. If it follows other Games Workshop standard practice or rough standard practices, that they'll get the box the week before they can demo it, and then they'll have a week to build it and paint it, get it assembled. Unless I can find another shop that's willing to let me build and paint theirs as well. I would have a lot of fun doing it. But Atomic Hobby Shop comes first. First dibs, since I'm able to use a lot of their, or I can go in and use their studio pretty much whenever I need to, etc., etc. But it would still be cool, like I said, to get my hands on it and be able to do that here on the channel. I think probably spend a couple hours here on camera building them, and then during the later on, do another show later on in the evening and just start cranking those models out. And I think, and I'm waiting to hear what what Atomic Hobby Shop thinks of it. Is as long as them and we at FMP and of course me here, we're all in agreement. We'll probably paint the Marines up in the colors of the Atomic Hobby Shop. So that'll be interesting. See if they can order. Maybe they probably if they want, they're probably gonna need to order shoulder pads for those really soon. I'm gonna use some Hex Wraith Flame here on that digital displays, little Space Marine Pip-Boy. Just a little bit. It doesn't need to be overwhelming. I don't mind the edges to be kind of to be showing. It's not a big deal, but it's just enough to give it an extra little feel. And if you're able to see a little bit of the white underneath it, which you can, especially around the edges, that just really helps enhance, make it look a little bit more natural. Like I said, you get that depths, shadowing, contrasting, the works. So I am cool with that. Alright, so Agrax Earthshade, standard practice on those purity seals, and since I've been doing it to all the gold, just keep up that process. Let that get down those recesses. Is everybody having a relatively good day today? I know it's Monday. Some people are not fans of Mondays, but just curious if you guys are having a good day. And remind you, as soon as I get to 50 followers, we'll have our first giveaway here on the channel. And even though I don't have it over on YouTube yet, when I get to 50 or 100 followers there as well, that's when we'll be doing a big giveaway. I mean, if we're able to do that in the next, as I'm getting videos loaded up onto YouTube, we get up to 100 viewers on YouTube and 50 followers here, and I get up to basically get that to happen, then I'll put it in a Indominus box. I won't even, if I'm only able to get one Indominus box, I will put that up to you guys. I will, even if I can't, if I have to pass up on it, I have to pass up on it. I can. It's not like I have to have it, but as a thank you for getting up to 100 viewers on YouTube and 50 guys on here, basically getting me up to affiliate level here, and I think I forget what they call it over on YouTube off the top of my head, but I mean something like that, I'd definitely put that up as a giveaway for sure. I mean, I'm going to be doing a giveaway no matter what, but I'd love to be able to just give that out to somebody, make somebody's day, especially in today's climate with everything that's going on with the pandemic and civil unrest and everything. It's like, I think people need a pick-me-up, if you will. Something to feel good about, something to feel happy about. And I am all for passing that on to you guys. But we got to get there first. I don't know, maybe I just need to go pick a fight with a streamer like Pokimane or something, and uh, have controversy and all that kind of stuff. Not how I'd want to go. I'd rather have a nice, clean show where I don't have to deal with drama. All right. Don't mind messing up here with the gold. So I'm going to come back in with some Corax white before I probably am thinking for the rest of this sheath. I'm going to this Misericordia sheath. I think what I'll do is probably some, I'm thinking brown. Probably match the brown that I've got going on, the wildwood, or snakebite leather. We'll see. Let me try snakebite leather right now on the pouches. And I also need to check, make sure, because if Ari's Nova is not streaming anymore, and oh, she's still streaming. Okay, watching a friend of mine, Ari's Nova Art. I'll put her up here so you guys can see her channel. If you guys get a chance, head on over to her channel, and I'm just adding a little bit of paint here. A good friend of mine, she's the one that did the artwork for the Chibi John, and her and I are going to do some collabing. Again, need to get a logo and a little bit more work done. But if you get a chance, head over to her channel, give her a like. Hell, if you're able to, I think you might have to do it like incognito mode, but if you're able to have a second window open, if you can get a second window open and be watching her stream as well, help boost her signal, I would really appreciate that. Fantastic artist, a wonderful person, and has done a lot to help me out, even bending over backwards a couple times, which I know is not always an easy thing to do. So yeah, help her out if you can. Just give her a follow. Super appreciate it. If you can jump over there and give her a follow, just let her know that I sent you over. I really appreciate it. I mean, you don't have to, but if you're able to, I appreciate it. All right, coming back to mine. All right, so put some snakebite leather over Steel Legion Drab. It's gonna just over those leather pouches. Give it time to dry, and made it nice and wet there, so it'll settle in really nicely. I'm gonna be happy with it. All right, and this guy's coming along. Those studs look really good. Things are shaping up there. Oh, you know what? I didn't realize. It's a minor thing, and I don't think most people would care. But he's got a pistol right there, and it's a holstered pistol. And then he's got this other pistol right here. I tried to avoid doing stuff like that, and I think I originally intended not to have that, and I forgot about it in my rush to get the model done. That's all right. Maybe he picked up the pistol from a fallen brother and just executed the Chaos Space Marine that had killed him. But he did it with his brother's pistol, so his brother will rest in peace. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Forge the narrative. Man, sorry, I'm keeping this off camera right now. When I said I had excess white from that Bold Titanium white, I'm not kidding. I'm now putting on my second coat on all the models, the spare models. I definitely wasted that. Well, I guess it's not a waste if I'm using it still. Potentially, I could have wasted that. Which, shame on me, man. Shame on me. Especially when I need that paint for those Thousand Suns. Though I have come up with a possible other speed way of painting it. His Thousand Suns. I had thought about leaving them as Corax white Hold on a second here. What's going on? There we go. Going with Corax White. And then highlighting with probably Bolt Titanium White. So I'm not sure. Not sure. Just checking some analytics here. Make sure the volume is turned down. We don't want that to fire off. There we go. All right. So let's get back to this. All right. All right, well now comes the kind of a stressful part, and it's probably a good thing Grandpa Strange is not on, because he always gets stressed when I do this. Down in those recesses between the red and the white on the shoulder pads, I'm going to be using some Black Templar. And we're just going to be doing a thin line of Black Templar all around the inside of that shoulder pad. This is just, I've done this with everybody since the beginning. And it ended up, I mean, it was so well that I went back over the models that I had originally used Nuln Oil. Just because I thought it was a lot crisper than the Nuln Oil. Let's see here. Hold my brush the wrong way, and that's how you make mistakes. I just have to realize I'm going to end up messing this model up, so let's try to do this a little faster. Try to be a lot neater than that. I mean, that was sloppy of me. It ends up being about 1 out of every 3 that's a nice clean line. I'm not sure. Is it the brush? Is it maybe I've had too much caffeine and I don't have as steady of a hand, or I'm talking while I'm doing. I'm not sure what is causing the disparity. Could be something as simple as I'm flapping my gums, and instead of concentrating on painting, and so as I breathe in, breathe out, it is causing those errors. Even there, man, it's, man, I am getting sloppy with this stuff right now. Alright, if I'm going to be sloppy, we're going to be sloppy. Come back in and tighten that up. Yeah, that was really sloppy. Jesus, John. Look at those lines on that helmet. Good gravy. It looks like somebody's mom just went in and gave him a haircut. Maybe it's the brush. Maybe it's the brush. I'm going to let that dry for a second. God, man, that just irks me. I make little mistakes like that. For shame, John. For shame. Well, while we're waiting, nice solid coat of Drakenhof Nightshade. I don't think lieutenants can get power weapons, so I'm not going to make this a power weapon right now. And even if they do, I'm not going to worry about a power effect. Not everything has to have those effects. Sometimes they can look just as impressive not being a power weapon. But I am going in and adding that Drakenhof Nightshade to the bolt pistol, since I did give it that same Steel Legion drab, or not Steel Legion drab, that Grey Knight steel. Because he does have he's a lieutenant, so he has probably a fancier pistol. It's all nickel plated. I mean, that's all. This is all going to get cleaned up, anyways. Not cleaned up, but going to go back in with some edge highlighting here in a little bit once that dries. There we go. All right. It looks like that Black Templar is dried in there. So let's go ahead and waste some more Pole Titanium White. See if I can not screw this up. Uh-oh. Is this the bad? Oh, this is the bad model. Now I understand why I'm not getting any paint out. All right. All right, let's go in, see if we can clean this up with little to no errors. I'm going to apologize for being a little quiet right now. Wanted to try to concentrate a little bit more on fixing that black fine line detail right there in those recesses. Thinking I might have some brush control issues right now. I think that's part of the problem I'm having. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm just not controlling the brush as well as I should be. Kind of being a little sloppy there. So I can't blame Nam as usual. That's alright. It's alright. I blame him enough for everything else I do. Alright. I appreciate that now. It wasn't your fault though. It's always my fault. I really wouldn't blame you for Grandpa Strange's failures here. Alright. grab a little bit of Evil Sun Scarlet, drop there on his knee, make that pop a little bit more, and now let's get that on his shoulder pad. Oh, you did? Awesome sauce. Can't wait to see it, man. Oh, that reminds me, I need to meet up with Escalante and get his Marvel models. So next week I can be painting those. Get his Guardians of the Galaxy minus Drax. I don't think Drax has dropped yet. Could be wrong. I don't think Drax has dropped. Alright, sorry, I was jiggling that all over the camera. Just putting Wazdaka red, or not Wazdaka red, Evil Sun Scarlet over the Mephiston red. It just helps that red pop a little bit more. And something I've been contemplating, I tried it the other day on a toss-away model. I went in with a little bit of Troll Slayer orange over just on the very sharp edges of these shoulder pads for these shoulder pads, and I ended up liking it as like a fine edge detail on the red. Adds just kind of like an extra level of detail, makes that the model pop a little bit more. That's ultimately what I want, is I want it to pop more and more and more. The more that this model shines, figuratively and literally, I am happy. The more that people shower me with praise like the sun god. No, just kidding. But the more that I can make these guys look really good and I'm happy with them, the better off I am. I'm better off, better satisfied I am. No Drax running yet. Still waiting on Corvus and Proxima. Thanos is supposedly going to be $65. Yikes. Ugh. Ooh. I'm hoping that's 65 Canadian. Fudge buckets, man. 65, that's expensive. I'm not sure how I feel about that, man. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Or 65 Australian, yeah. I think Canadian would probably be a little closer. But, yeah, I mean, 65 Canadian or Australian would be a lot better. Majorly. Jesus, man. $65. That's very expensive. That's, oof. I would have to initially pass on that for sure. I mean, if somebody ended up having one and they're like, hey, would you paint it? Hell yeah, I'd paint Thanos. But for owning him, nah, I'll have to pass. Unfortunately, it's a little rich for my blood at this particular juncture. Unless I win the lottery tomorrow or a brand new job lands in my lap, then no intention of getting them. All right, looks like that. What time is it? Oh, wow. We're going to be pushing the 3-hour mark. All right, so... Oh, it's 10 Oh, dudes, I am so sorry. I didn't even realize how late it was. All right. Wow. Yikes. All right, so some Runefang steel here on the blade edge. Maintaining, giving it that sharper edge, and then I'm going to do my best to maintain that blue in the center until I can go in and tinker with it. Might do a bit of a kind of a, I guess, watered down or not watered down, but thinned down Stormhost silver. All right, so looking at that spear blade, getting that edge, maintain the edge, because then I can go back in, I can mess with that blue interior and sharpen that up later if need be. All right. What did I do with that paint? But like I said, I might go back in, dry brush with the very light dry brush, or maybe a very thin layer of the Stormhost silver. I'm not sure if I'll be able to pull that effect off. Something to kind of lighten up that interior a little bit. I probably should not have put so much Drakenhof Nightshade in there, but I did, and I've got to pay for it. So alright. Looking good. A little bit there. Alright. So nice even edges. So we got that blade edge taken care of for right now. I mean, I could technically leave it, because the way that that Drakenhof Nightshade kind of settled on there actually ends up looking kind of nice mixed in with the edging. So actually what I might try to do, just as a curiosity, I'm going to take a little bit of Stormhost silver and I'm going to put it on the edges of, just kind of double up on those edges. It's going to be a very subtle, bright increase. Mainly what I'm going to do is hide some of those brush strokes. I can see some brush strokes there, and the Stormhost silver ends up as kind of a filler, as I've said many times before. And it also enhances that the silver, or I call it silver, but Runefang steel, whatever you want to call it. To me, it's a silver paint, but enhances that silver a lot. Makes it a lot smoother. And that's really what I was looking for, is a lot smoother blade. I want that kind of a nice, smooth, cutting edge. Like a real dedicated, like you do not, I mean, it's like monomolecular sharp. I know the Space Marine weapons they always mention, oh, they're monomolecular edge. Those edges that don't really last too long. But point being, I want that spear blade to look sharp and to be a nice smooth finish. And I think I picked it off. Now, something I'm thinking about, we might as well end tonight on a little experiment. I'm not even sure if this is a smart idea. Usually when I get these ideas, they're not smart. But we're going to try. We're sure as heck going to try. What's happening here? Oh, what's happening? There we go. I'm going to try a little bit of transparent purple from Creature Caster, their Pro Acryl line. I have never used this before, so sometimes experimenting is not always the smartest thing to do, especially with something brand new, but I feel like I can sparingly, I can thin this down, and maybe on that blade edge, depending on how, depending on how thin I can get that purple down, which I think I might have messed up. Might be able to go in here and it's a little too thick. God dang it. Messed it up. Thankfully, there we go. All right. Ooh, that was close. That was still a little too thick. Little too thick. Let's try this again. Plus it mixed in. I had some white nearby, so it mixed in with the white. And so that was transparent purple and white mixed together. Not healthy for what I wanted to do. And I'm really messing up because I just ruined this Lamian medium. Because I just rinsed off my brush with the transparent purple inside the Lamian medium. Heavy sigh. Heavy sigh. I mean, of all things to mess up on. Jesus, John. I'll have to go and pick up some Lamian medium tomorrow. Yay, me. Alright, so I dabbed it in there with the blue. I know it looks like all one solid color, but it does... Maybe I'll get a little bit over on the blade there, yeah. I don't know, I don't like it on the blade. So, that doesn't look too bad. Mixing in with that blue, the dry blue. I'll get a better quality picture with my camera later and put that up. But I think that actually looks kind of good. As Gross Nerd pointed out, as a kind of a glaze. Alright. That's not too bad. Not too shabby. Not great, but not bad. I can't complain. Because it's my first time doing something like that. But I kind of like how that purple and blue mix together. Alright. But like I said, I'll get some better pictures for you guys and see what you think of it. Alright, so I still got this guy here. Let's get that bolt pistol from that nickel blue plate to kind of a, well, a little bit more of a realistic. Try to leave some of that stuff in the recesses. Some of that Dragonhof Nightshade, because it ends up making the Runefang steel pop a little bit better, and also helps with the details, picking out the fine recesses, or the deep recesses. Alright. Pistol accomplished. He can now pew pew. That's the sound bolt pistols make, by the way, is pew pew. That is true. It's like 100% true. Everybody knows that is the sound effect that Games Workshop uses for their pistols. Pew pew. Pretty sure that the bolters are like rat-a-tat-tat, but could be wrong on that one. I don't remember that one too well, but alright. Just taking some Nuln Oil. A couple extra details here I'd like to show off on that pistol. Don't require blue. I'm gonna have to come back in with white because I just messed up, but I knew that was gonna happen because this very tight angle. That's all right though. I needed to come back in with some white anyways, but I wanted to be able to pop that out. That line there, the horizontal or vertical, I guess depending on which way you're looking at these lines over the top of the weapon casing and underneath there. Wanted to be able to get that line there. So all I did was just slap in some Nuln Oil into those recesses. Then I'll come back out with the white and clean that up rather easily. All right. Well, okay. And speaking of white, let's grab some Corex white. Oh man, I'll tell you what, I should probably buy stock in Corex white. I've been using it so much. I don't know if I could buy it, but I probably should. Or if I could get GW is like, hey man, could I just have your Corex white stock? Sorry, sir, we don't sell individual stock on our product. No, it's okay. I just want stocks in the Corex white. I use it a lot. So. But I feel that's probably not how you do stocks. I could be wrong. All right, just getting Corex white on the sheath there because I'm going to come back in and darken that up. I might actually make that red. No. We'll make it probably brown, like the dark brown. Yeah. Or I could just leave that white. Ooh. Oh, yeah. You know what? I could probably come back over that with some bold titanium white, especially when I go back to fix that pistol. I could clean that up, and that could be a white scabbard, white and gold scabbard. I could take like what I'm doing right now is putting some wildwood on the handle, so it's like a nice rich dark leather handle for that misericordia, and then leave that sheath as white and gold. All right, see you later, Nam. Hey, so I'll message you tomorrow. So I guess I'm just gonna bring the Thunderhawk up to the store, and we'll meet there or something, and we can chat then. But thanks a lot. I really appreciate you guys watching the channel tonight. Okay, yeah, I'll bring it tomorrow. Coolio. All right, guys and gals. I think we're coming up on 3 hours, a little bit more than I intended. So I think I'm going to shut down for the night. Go check on some of my friends over at Aries Nova and see how they're doing. But man, we almost got through this whole model tonight. I really appreciate you guys sticking this out with me. I'm really happy. Thanks for the idea about the gold. It does look a lot better than making that red. So, you guys might be able to see that purple now. A little bit of that purple and blue on that blade. Man, it does look kind of pretty now. I'm liking it. It was a good idea. Good idea there, Gross Nerd. All right, guys and gals. I really appreciate it. Y'all been fantastic as usual. Thank you once again for watching Havokmkr Studio. My name is John. I will be back on tomorrow night, I think it's 7:30 p.m. Central Time. It's just like today, and we'll be working on more miniatures. Probably, I don't even know what we'll be working on. Probably more of these guys. We'll see. Anyways, you guys have a wonderful night. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in about 21 hours. All right, have a wonderful night.